Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Linda and this is Nepwood at Home. I like to show all kinds of things that are important to me because I like to document different things, and I know most people come here for the milk glass, but we are much more than milk glass in this house, especially now that we have bought a home and it needs a lot of work because we bought a foreclosure that needs a lot of fixing upping. It's a fixer-upper. So I'll be sharing that as well, but also my journey towards a simpler, more quiet, de-stressed life, because I feel like in this day and age we just all need that bit of inner calm, and just to be able to just take a few moments and enjoy just being in the moment and just enjoying the life that we're blessed with. So if you like those kinds of things, definitely please stick around, and hopefully you'll like, subscribe, and all that kind of fun stuff, because it means the world to me and it doesn't cost you nothing. But today's video is going to be just a quick showing you kind of the things that we've gathered up over the last month. Milk glass, of course, because that's what you're here for probably, and then also some pieces that I picked up as we redecorate and redo our house. So last September, due to some unforeseen circumstances, we ended up being blessed with an opportunity to buy a house. Like I said, it's a fixer-upper. It had been in foreclosure, but because it was a fixer-upper, we were able to buy an 1.5 acres with this giant pond. So you have probably seen pictures of my pond, or like the little video I made of the pond. The pond is actually huge. It's like a lot bigger than I would have thought when I first saw it in pictures, but then when you actually are standing on the side of the pond, it's actually really big. But we were super blessed, bought the house, and now we have to do the hard work of putting in the labor to get it fixed up, because I didn't want to be house poor and I didn't want to be upside down and alone and all that kind of fun stuff, which is really hard to do right now in this day and age, especially in the world that we live in. So anyhow, so we're working on that. But while we're trying to do all of those different things, I have picked up some beautiful things that I want to share with you guys that are going to become fixtures of the home once it's all done. And of course, milk glass will always be a huge part of that. So without further ado, let's jump into what we have picked up. So a couple of the pieces I want to show you are, of course, milk glass. And then I do have a couple of other things that we had found while we're out and about, because if you saw one of my other videos, I think it's a couple of videos ago, I had talked about how we're redoing the house and remodeling, but I actually kind of have a theme. So that's going to be a lot of, it's been a lot of fun to like start looking for pieces specifically for our house and how I want it to look. Still very much vintage, thrifted, but I'm super excited about it. So I can't wait to share with you guys what I have found for that. But I know most people watch my videos for the milk glass, and so I'm excited to share those new pieces with you. Let's see where to start. Let's start with Imperial glass, because you know it's one of my favorites, and we were super lucky when we were out and about. We went to a place here not too far from where we live, actually, where we live now, and it's called Mary's Flea Market, I think is what it's called. And anyhow, there was a gal and she had a couple of pieces of milk glass, so I did get 2 pieces from her for like $4 for both pieces, which is like awesome, because you know I love those really inexpensive prices. So the first one is this Imperial glass dish in the scroll pattern. It's so pretty. It is marked on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. So I probably have it upside down. No, I think I have it right side up. I don't know. So this one in the scroll pattern, super cute. Just a small little dish for whatever. Love it. It still has the $2 price tag on it. It needs to be washed before I put it away officially in the cabinet, but there you go. The other piece that I got from her was actually Kemple in the lace pattern, but the other Imperial glass piece that I got that day is actually this beauty. Imperial Glass. Loganberry is the pattern. And she's so pretty. I don't know. I think Imperial Glass just does such an amazing finish work, I guess, with like the way that their tops are always beautifully scalloped or crimped or whatever. They just do such a beautiful job. And while I do have a similar piece, I believe it's Fenton, and it's not in the cabinet yet, so apparently I haven't unpacked that one yet, because I stopped unpacking Milk Glass when we were going to start redoing the living room, which we're still in the process of doing the living room. It's just, since my husband and I both work throughout the week, and he works really long hours, and then our weekends are usually busy, you know, doing the usual things where you like restock the house or do yard work, because now it's summertime, so it's just been kind of a balancing act. And we're still figuring out how to balance all that. But anyway, I digress. So my other one is, I believe it's the Fenton Poppy pattern. Anyway, so I do have another tall vase like that, but it's gorgeous. But I love that one because, you know, I do love my Imperial Glass. The other piece we got from the gal at Mary's flea market is this one, and it's the Kemple lace pattern, and it's a top hat. Now my other hats are Fenton, so this one is quite lovely. I love that pattern. It's very pretty. It's just a little hat. Super pretty. Love this. And again, I got both pieces for $4, so I wasn't gonna say no to that. Last weekend, we were out and about, and we picked up these, and I wasn't going to get anything. That's the thing. My husband always finds these pieces and he's like, you don't have these. And I was like, well, no, I don't. And then now I do. Not that I'm complaining. So this is actually Westmoreland candlesticks. I have the pair. See the beadwork there on the top. And this is their scroll and lace pattern. So it's very pretty. Love that. And they're so delicate, like at the top, or I guess it would be the bottom. But everything was intact, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I'm trying to see if I can get that pattern to show. Beautiful, beautiful. Love those. And then my last piece that we got last week, it's actually a Fenton piece, and it is their Hansel and Gretel juicer. And I just think it's absolutely adorable. Little Hansel and Gretel. So I love that. The other thing he picked up for me, I don't remember when he got it for me, to be honest. It's super cute though. And if you saw one of my other videos, I have a huge collection of like Easter bunnies and like bunkies. I call them bunkies. And he found this, and it's just a little bunny, a little bunkie, sleeping on like a cabbage leaf. And it's so cute. I don't even know what it's supposed to be for, but it's adorable. And so, yeah, another little bunny to add to my collection, because, you know, I need more collections. Like, I need a hole in my head, but there you have it. So on to the not Milk Glass stuff. So if you're only here for the Milk Glass, then you probably should have cut it off before the bunny. But I love candles so much. And this one smells like buttered popcorn, and I don't know why, because it does. It smells like being inside a movie theater, oddly enough. It's really kind of weird. And it's called Brown Sugar and Honey, and it's actually from Joann's. They had a sale, so like this candle was like $4 or something. And it has like little, I think it's supposed to be like little brown sugar bits inside of it, but to me it just reminds me more of popcorn. It smells so good. So that was one thing we got, and I love the color of the glass, because it kind of goes with my whole thing. So I will be burning it probably long before we get the living room done, and then I'll just recycle the jar and put my own candle in it. since I can make candles. So I really try not to buy a lot of candles because I can make candles, and so it's just kind of one of those things. Like once you know how to make something, it's really kind of annoying when you go and you buy something, if that makes any sense at all. So the other thing that we picked up, now this is just a wall hanging, and I guess it's like, you're supposed to like, it's like a message thing or whatever. I don't know, it's something, but that's not why I bought it. I bought it because I'm going to redo it and turn it into a macrame planter, like a pot holder. So that's why we got it. He actually got it for like $1 from one of the auction groups that he's still in. We're actually both in them, but I never pay attention to them. But yeah, it has like the little beads. It has all these little like clothespins. So I think you're supposed to hang it on the wall, and then you put like postcards or pictures on it, which is cute. But I want to turn it into a like a plant hanger, because if you've been here for a minute, you know that we have 4 cats, and Luna, our grand cat, loves to eat my plants. So I only keep cat safe, like non-toxic, non-poisonous plants in the house, but I would like to be able to have more plants, and so I'm going to hang them. They will still all, of course, be of the varieties where they're safe for the animals, because oh my gosh, I would be devastated if I brought something into the house and it hurt the cats or the dogs. So there's that. The next thing is I love linens, and so I think at some point I had done a video on some of my vintage linens and everything. But doing our house in kind of a 1970s retro, 70s, 80s retro kind of bohemian style. I found this, it is brand new. It still has the original tag on it, which cracks me up because originally this was $1.29. Marked down from $1.50. Isn't that the cutest? I love that. And it's in like all the right colors, so of course had to get that for the kitchen. And then last weekend, this was like $3, I think. I think it was like $3, $3 or $4. I don't remember. It wasn't very much. But it is a set, and they are in amazing condition. I don't think they were ever even used. It is Canon. But here's the hand towel, which I love. I love this color. I don't know if you see the pattern very well or not. Hang on, let me see if I can make it less obnoxious. There we go. But it's gorgeous, and it has the matching towel. Now, of course, it's just a small towel, so, you know, back in the day when even America was, you know, we were thinner people. I just love this pattern, and it's like in the perfect colors. So, had to bring that home. And for $3, hello. And that other little towel was like $2.50 or something. So, and these were not bought on the same weeks. Like I bought this one last week and I bought this one a couple of weeks ago. And then this is probably one of the most expensive pieces that I bought in a while, and it was $10. And I had thought about it, we had left, and I had thought about it and thought about it, and I really, really liked it. And then I was like, oh, I should have gotten it. And then I kind of kicked myself for not having gotten it. And then when we went back to the Warehouse Antique Mall to pick up one of Roger's, I think it was the same week actually that he picked this up for $1. We picked up this because I was so glad that they still had it though. I think it's just gonna be perfect, absolutely perfect. And it's just, you know, meant to be wall decor. And I think it's just copper coated, because it looks like tin on the inside. I don't know, does anybody know anything about molds? Definitely would never have used it as a mold because it would be backwards and weird, but I think as, you know, the traditional welcome sign that a lot of us have, you know, on at your door, I think it's super cute, or like your entryway. but I loved it because it has like little ducks or geese. Maybe they're geese. I think they're ducks, but it has like the geese here and like the little cottage house and like the little fruit trees. Well, I guess they actually look kind of more like willows now that I'm looking at it. But anyhow, I just loved it, and I was super annoyed that I hadn't picked it up when I first saw it. And then when we went back and they still had it, I was like, oh, it's meant to be. So I did pay $10 for this. Normally I would not pay that much for something, but I really, really liked it. So that is everything that we have picked up in the last month, and yeah, pretty much it. I will be sharing more of the remodeling process once we get more into doing that. I think this weekend we have to do more yard work. So we moved from living in the city, well, still the suburbs, I guess, but like in a more populated area, in like your standard traditional tract housing where, you know, everything looks kind of the same. In fact, when we first moved into that house in Mustang, I almost pulled into the wrong driveway because the houses all look the same. And anywho, our yard was very small by comparison, and I feel like I have on my nose. An acre and a half is huge going from something that small. It's just astonishing how much grass there is to mow. And I'm not complaining because it's a huge blessing to actually have this much property, but it's been kind of daunting, and we're still trying to figure it out. And Roger is still trying to perfect using the zero-turn lawnmower. And watching him drive the zero-turn lawnmower is actually kind of funny because it goes from like 0 to 60 with hardly anything. And he's got it in like the slowest speed, and it's still, he zips around the yard. So you'd think that wouldn't take too much time, but there's still parts of the yard that we have to push mow, I guess, because over by the edge of the pond, it's not safe to take that zero turn because, you know, if the side were to give way, that would be terrible. And then also we have like a drainage ditch. I think the culvert is the thing that the drainage ditch, no, that's the tin horn. Anyway, so we have like a huge ditch, and so we push mow that. And so to kind of split up the workload, I do the push mower because I'm still terrified of the zero turn. And then he does all the zero turn stuff. And so usually we get done about the same time, but it's just a lot of yard for us. And so it usually takes up a whole day or so to get that part done. So I'm hoping to get started back on the living room, but I will bring you along for that. I don't know if I'll be recording us doing any yard work because it's rather kind of comical. I think if we were 20 years younger and like still super cute and we're outside doing yard stuff and it was like less sweaty and gross looking, maybe, but we'll see. We'll see how adventurous I get. But anyway, if you made it to the end of the video and all of my babbling, thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the little bits of things that we have, or I have, let's be honest, acquired recently. I do need to show you at some point the new decanters that Roger got. He got a lot of really nice decanters, very inexpensively, since we've moved in, so I do need to show you guys that. Oddly, we are still missing a box of decanters that we don't know what happened to it. But anyway, I digress. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I look forward to sharing more of our homestead cottage, whatever this is, lifestyle with you guys, and more of our collections, of course. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!